everyone, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. We're going to be continuing where we left off directly from last episode, which was we just got done finding a bunch of gratitude crystals. Link, you didn't need to pull out your sword. It's okay, we understand. You're ready for action. We found a bunch of gratitude crystals to help Batriox get up to closer to being a human. And he gave us not one, but two new wallets. So now we have a Giant's wallet that allows us to carry an additional 5,000 rupees. So we went from carrying around just a measly 900 extra rupees to being able to carry up to another 5,900, which is insane. We also found a cursed medal last time as well, so we have that to also work with. Link, it's okay, calm down, relax. But we also managed to take care of the imprisoned again. So now that we've gotten that done, we can go and take a look at the Gate of Time and see how it looks once it's activated. It seems you were successful in imprisoning the monster again. Yes, I was. You have my thanks, Starboy. As do you, Bruce. I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. Aw, you give me too much credit, Granny. You're the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could do to help. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Starboy, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There is much I could tell you, but suffice to say it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it, such as its awesome power. We must destroy it at its source or suffer this fate again and again. There is no time to lose. Hit the gate with a Skyward Strike. Come on now already. Charge that sword with yours, with that Sacred Force stuff Granny was talking about, and zap the Gate of Time. Right, Granny? Indeed. Now, Starboy, go. Go to the gate. Okay, so now we have to hit this with a Skyward Strike. And... so now what will happen here? So, will it look like just the one that was there at the Temple of Time back there in Lanayru Desert before Girahim attacked Impa and Zelda? It looks like building blocks. I thought we were making a Gate of Time, not trying to play Tetris. Looks like it's building something with all the different pieces that's there. And with all the pieces, they now merge together. A pristine, pearlescent... yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's Gate of Time, just like the one there in the Temple of Time. And now it's got a bunch of symbols. The symbols of Furor, Nehru, and Din. And that's now the Gate of Time is complete. Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now waits. Go bravely, Starboy. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate. Alright. I guess we're doing this now. What about Bruce? Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Starboy. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on and on about how we never know when it might bust free again. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? That's fair and sweet. And you know what? What, Bruce? Nah, forget about it. Let's... Okay, Bruce. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, what's up? I'll be sure to tell her you said hi. Okay, so now we gotta go through the Gate of Time. This is an interesting portal. Straight path back to, or up to, wherever Zelda is. Oh. The Temple of Hylia. Oh, it's you.
Hey!
Simba. At last. I've been expecting you, Starboy. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simple as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise, and little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the Gate of Time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. Go through there. It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you. Zelda's here? It's Zelda. Finally. You've come so far, Starboy. I'm glad you made it. We finally get to see her. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We traveled very far from home, to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about that war we heard growing up at Skyloft. Incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. Please do, because Demise is kind of like there in my head, but I'm not sure about it. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce, which is the symbol on the back of Link's hand if you haven't been paying attention to some of my other episodes. By the way, there will be a playlist, so that way you can be able to catch up from the first episode to now. Because if you're watching it straight from here and you haven't seen what Skyward Sword is available, why not? Check it out. It's there for whenever you're ready. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. So the Triforce is with us? Is it higher in the sky than Skyloft, or is it in Skyloft? After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia has suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans to set them both into motion. Okay, and what was the first? Me? First, she created Fee. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. So I'm one plan, Zelda's the other. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Starboy? You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda, I am the goddess reborn as a mortal. The day of the ceremony, Hirahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was and what I had to do. Where did Impa go? I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seals that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from that seal that imprisons him at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the steel as best I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. Wait, you plan to seal yourself here? I must maintain the seal that Hylia, rather, that I created so long ago and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this was my purpose. But wait, with you staying here sealed, that means you won't be able to come back. Starboy, the goddess created for you and the great blade she's a part of for this very specific reasons. For the task of standing against demise in a monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Starboy. But how does she know that I sealed him away twice already? I don't know if I've ever told her, or if there was like an in-between cutaway where I did tell her. During your long journey, you've grown so much. He looks so concerned, and I don't blame him. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. So now I'm praying to the goddess. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels, you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this, I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Starboy. Draw your sword. And there's the mystical tune that we've always heard whenever we draw the Master Sword. And now it's its true form. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power that drives demons back, and only Starboy may wield it. Starboy, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish demise once for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Starboy. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger without even a moment's doubt. I used you. I mean, by all technicalities, we didn't know that. We were just trying to do it to make sure you were safe. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Starboy. But you have to understand, this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. I mean, I probably would have done it anyway if you asked. All of that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't make it mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. Starboy, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last. Forever. Zelda! While it's true that I am Hylia reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. Never once has her name changed. When Demise is fully gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. This time, when all of this is over, will you come to wake me up? I promise. This part's tear-jerking. And with her own power, she sealed herself in an amber crystal. And it's floating. This looks like something I might have seen in a previous episode, almost. So now I wield the true Master Sword. This sword, blessed by the goddess herself, can only be wielded by the hero of legend. Okay, so now what do I do? I see you said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. Do not fear for Zelda. I will watch over her here. Go now and fulfill your destiny. Okay. Is there anything I can do here? I know I can return to my time, but can I go through... I can't go through that door. Can I go through this door? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, weird. It looks like just solid stone from the back here. Interesting. I guess I'll go back in through the way I came in. Back there I go. So you've returned. Then you know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda waits, suspended in a sleep without end. but do not despair, for she is still alive and well. True to legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish demise. It is thought to have been hidden within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know of where it rests. All other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to the ages. Starboy, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to finding the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go now, Starboy. Find the Triforce. Whoa there, hold up. Starboy, there's something I gotta tell you. What's up? No one for typically pulling me for conversation. So, Zelda, how she's holding up? Was she okay when you saw her? Well, let me give it to him straight. He deserves that much, actually. That's terrible. It's gotta be so hard for the poor girl. But you're gonna do something about this mess, right? Of course. Starboy, I've made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. Aw, don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I need to do. Or want to do. I don't know how to explain it. I got this feeling in my belly that there's work to do here. Someone's gotta watch that big ugly monster, and someone's gotta make sure Granny's doing alright. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean? Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess. But don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? That's not weird to say. Check it out. Zelda and Granny have brought life back to the land here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow into one beast of a tree in soil like this. It'd brighten this place up a little too. I mean, sure, it'd take a few years for it to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. It's weird to say out loud, but that's just how I feel right now. So, yeah, you know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know that I'm doing okay down here. Calling the stretch might get a little emotional since they look up to me, but you tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks, Starboy. Alright, Bruce, I'll be sure to pass the message. So, behind this door, the one we saw forever ago, that's Zelda in there. We didn't think too much of it because we just saw a giant amber crystal in there. I think we saw that, what, episode 2, episode 3, somewhere in there? I'm sure there'll be a link to the episode somewhere to know, so that way you know exactly which one I was referring to. Or maybe a snippet on screen to show exactly what it was previously. But, oh great, all the monsters came back. So much money. I don't need those things. So I have to go back up to Skyloft to find the piece of the find the Triforce. So back to Skyloft I go. But where to? I was hoping to land in the platform at the top of the statue. But maybe here will give me some sort of indication or clue. Inside the statue of the goddess. Okay. This is where we picked up Fee back in episode 1, 2? I think episode 2. Man, it's been 22 episodes. So it's been a full 20 episodes since I've been able to think on that. I know it's probably been closer to maybe 10 since the last Tone Collab. I'm not exactly sure as I don't remember. It's been a little bit. Okay. So now we have the True Master Sword, and we have to figure out where to go. Maybe the Headmaster will be able to help me out. Headmaster Kapora.
Hey!
Oh, hello, Starboy. Have you heard anything more about my daughter? What is it? If you know anything at all, I urge you to share with me. You're not gonna like how it sounds. You want to tell me, but you can't. I understand. I'm sure you have a good reason for keeping quiet. Starboy, I've been doing some thinking since we last spoke. You have had this destiny thrust upon you without warning, or choice for that matter, but I wish to help you as best I can. I'm getting older, and I like the vigor of youth, but even old men have ways of being useful too. I wish to share as much of my knowledge with you as I can. If you have any question at all about Skyward's history, I will be glad to tell you all that I know. Actually, what do I know of the Triforce? Starboy, where did you hear that word? It's true that the ancient texts make several mentions of this Triforce within their pages. Unfortunately, the actual location of the Triforce isn't illuminated in any of those tomes. Its whereabouts are lost to history. Sorry, Starboy. Shames me to say it, but my knowledge is of little use of this topic, or subject. Okay.
Hey!
Starboy, just a moment. Though, there is one where vast knowledge may be of use. Surely you're familiar with Levius, the great sky spirit who has guarded our realm for ages? Levius has served as the protector of our skies for a long time, and his knowledge of our world is encyclopedic, to put it mildly. If anyone in the entirety of Skyloft beyond where to know about the Triforce, it would be him. Levius. I don't remember him on this land. He's a sky spirit, so I don't imagine he's actually a person here. So where is he? Yes, I feared that might be your next question. About that. I imagine in your travels you've taken notice of the tremendous thunderhead that suddenly appeared in our skies. Recently, I've heard rumors suggesting that Levius is trapped inside that massive cloud. I asked Instructor Owlin to look into this troubling cloud in order to determine if there is any truth to these rumors. I had meant to inquire about his findings earlier, but completely forgot about it after Zelda went missing. Instructor Owlin can fill me in on the details later, so why don't you go speak with him yourself and see what his investigation has revealed? Okay. Yeah, maybe he'll be able to insight me on this Levius. At least your room is right next to the headmaster's. Instructor Owlin. Oh, Starboy, how goes your search for Zelda? Have you found her yet? What? Levius. Ah, so you've been talking to the headmaster, I take it. If I'm correct, Levius is the one inside the Thunderhead, but that's not the Levius that we all know. That's a monster. It certainly looks like Levius, but last time I approached him, he came rushing at me, and his eyes, they were full of malice. People change, or old wizened creatures change, rather. Perhaps it's more that he is possessed by something. That's how it felt to me. So maybe it's a dark energy, or maybe a parasite or something? What? You want to talk to Levius? That's impossible. I don't think Levius is capable of listening. Not in his current state, no. And even if you were to get close enough to talk to him, it would likely end with you getting brushed aside and sent flying to your death in a sea of clouds. What? You're still planning on going? I see. It's because you need to find Zelda. I understand. I get the feeling nothing I could say would talk you out of it. Hey, I have an idea. Come with me. Okay, so what's up?
Hey!
Levius is inside the Thunderhead. He's been acting so strangely, like something has possessed him. If we can somehow free him from whatever it is that has a hold over him, then there's a chance he will return to his senses. Listen well, Starboy, because I'm about to teach you a very powerful bird riding technique. It's called the Spiral Charge. Oh, that'll be useful. Using the Spiral Charge, you can rid Levius of the blight that has hold of him. The technique is quite easy to perform. All you have to do is press X. However, the acceleration effect lasts longer than any attack move you've used thus far. Maintaining stable flight can be tricky. This is a technique only senior Knight Academy students who have mastered high-level flight skills are allowed to perform. It's still a bit too early for you, but this is an extraordinary circumstance, so I'll make an exception this time. However, I will test you. First, dive off this platform and call your bird. Okay, so summon my crimson muffler. So, you get tested now. Listen up, Starboy. I taught your left blade to perform a spiral charge when you press X. There are targets everywhere. Use the spiral charge to work the 10 targets placed around the floating boulders of the head. If you can destroy 10 targets in under 140 seconds, I will recognize you as a skilled bird rider. So 10 targets in 2 minutes. Easy. Alright, off you go. At least it comes with a timer, so that's nice. Alright, and we got this one. Oh, he's out of charges. I didn't even realize. Oh, charge it back up. Maybe now I can hit the Octobox too. I missed. Well, it's bound to happen at least at some point in training. Come here, buddy. Well, we finished it in less than a minute and a half. That's always a good time. Oh, you managed to destroy 10 targets within the time limit. If you can control your bird that well, you have no problems at all. I knew you could do it, Starboy. And what a magnificent red bird. You are henceforth permitted to use the spiral charge attack as the qualified bird rider. The next thing we have to address is just how to go about finding Levius. Maybe the owner of the Lumpy Pumpkin might know something. Every year he makes an offering of his pumpkin soup for Levius. Go to the Lumpy Pumpkin. Ask him what he knows.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the Lumpy Pumpkin I go.
Yeah.
Now that we're here, let's go and say hi to the owner again. So we just fixed this finally saw it replaced last episode. That's a big pumpkin. It's like a cauldron.
Hi!
What's the matter? You look like you've got something mighty serious on your mind. Actually, Levius. What about him? Sure, I know Levius well, but I wasn't aware anything was wrong. Every year I offer him an entire basin full of my pumpkin soup. But lately a huge thunderhead has been brewing there, and I haven't yet made this year's offering. I tell you, I feel horrible about it.
No!
You say you'll deliver a pot of my soup to Levius? Huh. I don't know how you plan to fly that into that huge thunderhead brewing out there, but if that's the case, I'm going to do everything I can to make Levius the best batch of soup ever. You wait right here. I'm getting inspired to fire up some soup that I've never souped before. Voila, here it is. I've been cooking this stuff for well over 10 years, and I have to say this is the best batch of pumpkin soup I have ever created. Master, I will save it for the robot. I just love the fear of the owner's face right there, just seeing feet pop up out of nowhere. Miss Fee, I'm here. Oh god, not Scrapper again. Oh, this is another heavy load, but don't worry, I can carry anything. I'll be waiting outside. I can take you wherever you need to go as soon as you're ready. This is it. Well, that's good. Alright. The place where I offer soup to Levius is inside the Thunderhead Cloud, on an island with an everlasting rainbow. I know exactly where that island is. Oh, you'll know it when you see it. Good luck. Okay, so we just have to drop it off to that area. Okay. And then we shall go right over to it then. Alright, here we go. Freak out just a little bit there, went on me. I was like bugged for a second there. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. I just had like an infinite sprint speed. Okay, so now we get to go into the Thunderhead. I wonder. Yeah, I cut through the tornadoes like butter. I'm unloading this cargo pumpkin of soup here. We've picked an odd place for soup delivery. It feels dangerous. Something could jump out at us at any moment. Hungry for soup. Or a robot. I'm out of here. See you around, dessert. Well, thanks to the Scrapper. It feels weird. It feels darker here. Another boss battle? Oh, that looks freaky as hell. He does look possessed. So that must be Livius. Looks like he's got a bunch of Skyward on somewhere. It's all on the left side as well, which is weird. Link looks so pumped right now. Great spirit of the skies, Levius. Alright, rough range, let's get a little bit of action this time. Ow. Yeah, I just yelled my bird, thank you. That's one. That's two. Okay, that's three. Eyeball right there on the top of his head. There must be where the main parasite is. Okay. Oh, I missed. Okay. Let's go around gathering some hearts real quick before I go over there. Now, give me this. Thank you. Give me that. And this. Alright. Crap. So where's Levius? Okay, so to the right. So, what are you that's possessing him? Ocular parasite, Violescent. Okay. Okay. Something to him. Attacks. Hope you liked all that. Yeah, I'm really noticing on there. Actually Levius himself. Levius, are you okay? You're not dead now, are you? Along the cloud sea. Oh, this feels familiar. Like I'm in the presence of the dragons. Oh, he's back to normal. Tell me, boy, was it you who brought me this most delectable pumpkin soup? I must apologize for my earlier behavior. A most peculiar and irksome has possessed me. I was not myself. But that business is done with now. The delicious aroma of that soup has restored me to my senses. I am a great spirit they call Levius. Before she passed from this world so long ago, the goddess Hylia appointed me as Lord of the Skies. And what do they call you, boy? Ah, Starboy, is it? A rather pleasing name, that. Your parents clearly have excellent taste in names. Or I'm just childish in nature, and if that's what I think what you do. You carry a curious sword, boy, and I sense a silent power glowing somewhere in that little frame. Oh, I see it now. Starboy, you are the chosen hero of the goddess. How interesting. I assume you've come to hear what I know of the Turkish. You know? Do I know? You do realize you were speaking to the great sky spirits. What? Oh, as I suspected. Listen closely, and I will tell you. As you likely know, long ago, an evil force attempted to take the Triforce for his own. The goddess did everything in her power to prevent it from falling into his hands. For the safety of all things, she hid the Triforce somewhere within the lost Skyloft. However, its location has been kept secret. Even I do not know where it rests now. Oh, but the goddess didn't trust me with a hint to the Triforce's location. A beautiful song meant to be played on the harp below. It is known as the Song of the Kingdom. The song is the key to revealing the secret location of the Triforce. The goddess split this song into 4 parts. She entrusted one part to me, and the other 3 to the dragons below. Wait, other 3? I only know of Baron. You must gather each of the part of the song of the hero, seek out the dragons, and give it to them to teach you their parts. When they've taught you what they know, come to me, and I will complete the song with my own voice. The dragons can be found at Barren Woods, on the volcano, and the Nehru Desert. Go down now. Find the dragons you now see. Okay, cool. Now, before we go, there is the pressing matter of another goddess chest right over this way. Alright, let's see what's inside this chest. We got a small bomb bag. Your pouch is full, so the item went to the item check. Oh, so I got a free bomb bag. Okay. So, now that we know exactly what we need to do, we need to go find the 3 dragons that are now somewhere within the land. We know where the Baron dragon is. I'm going to save, and I'm going to end the episode here. So we have to find Baron somewhere within Baron Woods, which I would imagine is probably still sitting within her domain. Then we need to find the Dragon of the Elder Volcano and the Dragon of the Nehru Desert. Which I was told of a hint of where to find the Nehru Dragon. So I might follow up with that after I go say hi to Baron. But then again, that is for the next episode. So thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to the channel, and Link. You don't need to pop out your shield every time you get excited to hear the intro and outro of the episode. It's fine. Again, if you enjoy this, please consider subscribing to the channel, so it does help the channel grow just a little bit more. If you enjoy seeing content like this and like to see it get carried on a little bit more, if you are, I guess, pushing towards the finish line, be sure to like the video and maybe ring the bell for notifications so that way you know when the upload is coming out, so that way you know exactly how close we are to the end. And if you'd like to see me do something a little bit different as far as game content goes, or maybe more reaction videos, since I know I need to get up to that, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. But as always, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, everybody.